had several reasons for picking my ring the way I did. The reason why I chose the style was I thought it was with good taste, but also wasn't like, look at me, like a Super Bowl ring or something like a rapper would wear. A lot of people seem to like to go with gold when it comes to metals. In fact, there was one point in history where silver was worthless, but I like silver a lot because not many other people like it, and I think it's just unique and comes across in an interesting way. And I put my ring in kind of an older, more medieval style, so to speak. The birthstone was pretty personal. I can't remember the one for Aries, but April, whatever. But I believe I picked the one for January primarily due to the color, because I just prefer darker reds, and it was even the same color in my drum set at the time. And I have a cross inside that for Christianity and the writing in red. And then on the sides I have just some musical notes, and it says music, and that just signifies the importance of music and how much I enjoy it, and really how I really like all music to sound its best. And then of course I slapped the bobcat on the side because it's the school mascot, and well, what can I say, they're really cool little animals. I believe I have my name inside of it, although I didn't see that. I believe it's, I got it in a kind of cursive, more fancy handwriting. And then, I picked black for the color between the silver, the middle finish, because if I gave it an older look, but it also came across as much more reserved and subtle than, say, gold. And speaking of gold and silver, I really personally don't think they mix well on just about anything. But I think my ring was very personal and says a lot about me and reminds me about myself. And I hope it also signifies kind of the act of just moving through stages and cycles in life. And I hope I like my ring in the future just as much as I did when I picked it out.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
I chose my ring the way I did because I wanted it to resemble who I was, but not just that, but of course the school. And on the top of it, I wanted there to be like some type of jewel or something. So I chose the one that could have two. And I wanted to have the school colors in there somehow. So I chose two different blue stones. And both blue stones actually resemble really sort of kind of deep meaning to me. Because one of the stones, I think it's the darker one, it's my mom's birthstone. And then the lighter blue is my grandma's birthstone, which is my mom's mom. So it's like having family with me all the time, because I don't know, I like that. So it's school and family and really nice meaning, and it's heartwarming. I like it. And then on one side of the ring, I have a paint palette. So that's to resemble like my artistic liking, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that, but I'm very artistic and I really like it. So I put that on one side, and then I put the year I graduate, which is 2013. And then on the other side, I have the bobcat, which is of course Millwood Bobcats, of course. So it had to be somewhere on there. And then I have the actual name Millwood across the top and between the two stones. And then I have my initials, which is S and B, Shelby Barton. And I think we all got our name engraved inside of the ring. And like Josh said, how it's in script, I think it's called. My name's in script, inside of the ring. So that's also a very neat thing. So. And it also has special meaning to me in the way it does resemble a coming of age, and the fact that we're the first graduating class of Millwood School, that's a really, really big deal. I mean, all the people behind us, they're not going to be able to say, I was the first graduating class. No, we are. Cody, Josh, and I. There you go. So, it also has meaning of that. And we're the first people to create Millwood High School rings, and that's a big deal. We get a whole lot of opportunities that many people wouldn't get. And I'm very thankful to have that opportunity. And I'm very thankful to have my ring. Yeah. Okay.
I selected my ring the way it was because I wanted something that would look interesting and look intricate. I chose that diamond, or not that diamond, that colored gem because it's kind of the color of like the deep ocean, which is kind of my favorite part of the ocean, the Benthic-Pelagic zone, because it's got the coolest animals in it. They're creepy looking, but they're very cool. I chose the phoenixes on the side because phoenixes are said to be rising from the ashes, and I thought that kind of went in par with Rising Upper School, where the pioneer school, but they didn't have pioneers, so I figured phoenixes would definitely work, and they ended up being a lot cooler looking than I'm assuming a pilgrim hat would look on either side of the ring. I didn't put any of the lettering on the side because the block letters looked, it didn't quite fit where Millwood School tends not to have block letters unless you're talking about the M on the jackets for the sports teams. So usually they have like a cursive writing somewhere, so I figured, well, they don't have cursive writing, so I would just have it, the Millwood MW, somewhere else. So instead of putting block letters, I put just eyes, and it ended up looking like a design, a pattern, so it ended up working out well. Silver, or I think I used, I might use white gold or something like that. It was doped silver, something like that. But I used that because when I tried it with the gold, it looked kind of, I don't know, I want to say blingy, which isn't exactly what I was going for. I wanted it to look more classical. I don't know if Mr. D's ring will be shown, but Mr. D's ring was very much an inspiration for it. I obviously changed it a lot, but Mr. D's ring is stylish and functional, and that's kind of what I was going for with it. So.
Come together.